When America projects weakness on the international stage, everyday Americans suffer. We know this. We're told this daily. But many everyday Americans feel that geopolitics is far removed from their lives. So let's answer the question. What does it cost for America to be weak on the world stage? This cost is manifest at the pumps every day with 42% higher prices. It's shown as food prices soar. Meat, poultry, and eggs are all up over 10%. Our weakness abroad produces hardships at home. If we lose our role as the world reserve currency, your buying power, your savings, and your property value could all sink to historic lows. The preeminence of American currency has dominated the global landscape for decades, providing stability as the international bedrock of financial transactions and arrangements. We are the world's reserve currency. We are the standard. But that great financial heritage is slipping away. Our children may soon call the world reserve currency by another name. Perhaps they will know it as the yuan. The geopolitical ramifications of devalued and discarded American currency would not only signal a shift in financial confidence in the United States, it would dissolve our standing among global superpowers. We are witnessing the death rattle of Pax Americana, meaning the era of American peace we've enjoyed in the world for decades. America could lose a war with China without a single shot ever being fired if our dollar continues to be perpetually devalued. Permanent Washington's decision makers, most of whom are over 30 to 50 years my senior, have clearly either not taken the time to sit and consider the cost of, or worse, simply ignored how hyperinflation is rotting the superiority of our nation's currency and dragging with it young families, blue-collar workers, and the great American middle class. American strength and leadership has been the driving force of peace for the last half century. Nations unified behind the stability of the U.S. dollar, in large part because we backed our greenbacks with gold, substance, not fluff. We were the manufacturers of the world. The shift from a gold standard to a fiat currency began to starve America's financial preeminence. You cannot inflate gold, but you can print money out of thin air. When a currency is built on nothing but paper, it literally grows on trees. With this dramatic shift, America's leverage on the world stage began to slip away. There can be no globalism when America refuses to relinquish its position as the preeminent currency. Countries also think twice before incurring the wrath of the United States when their own financial stability is tied to the endurance of our monetary system. But instead, our inflated, hollow monetary systems have given way to fantastical foreign policy. We have surrendered our financial security as the superpowers of the world wait eagerly in the wings. Our collapse signals their emergence. Saudi Arabia, which has exclusively sold its oil using U.S. dollars, is now considering selling oil for the Chinese yuan. The Chinese Communist Party has been posturing for years to topple the dollar with their tender. When the U.S. dollar falls, America will no longer remain the dominant on the world stage, and peace will end. It's already happening. Vladimir Putin has illegally and immorally invaded Ukraine. The world is coming unraveled as our tender's resilience plummets. But I'm sure you're asking yourselves at home, does this have to happen? In short, the answer is no. We can reclaim the mantle of financial excellence we once held. We can become the leader of the world again without having to expend the lives of young Americans. Stooping to military interventionism is the goal of the war hawks here in Congress, who are bought and paid for by those who stand to profit from forever wars. If we are wise and shrewd, we can avoid ever needing to put boots on the ground to ensure peace. We can do this by dominating the world's economy. To bring peace without bloodshed is actually quite simple. The key is to immediately reduce gas prices and energy prices by drilling the hell out of the Permian Basin and by granting every lease and incentivizing all necessary infrastructure atop the Bakken Shale. Furthermore, we should aggressively onshore manufacturing back to America, dominate the world market on precious minerals, and stop shipping our jobs overseas. A strong American economy creates a strong U.S. currency. When America sits atop the world, peace will continue. Tyrants of the world like Putin and Xi Jinping will fear us when the only way to buy and sell energy is by using the U.S. dollar. It is our solemn responsibility to pass a peaceful and prosperous nation on to the next generation. We are the leaders of the world, It's time we start acting like it. Drill, baby, drill. America first now, and America first forever. With that, Madam Speaker, I yield back.